Okay, we're live. It is Friday the 26th.
All right, folks, today, Friday, the 26th, or maybe the 27th of April 2019. More is going on than you're hearing about. And in a little bit, I'm going to give y'all some information that no one else, to my knowledge, in the country has yet. But you're going to get it. There is a movement on the southern border. Trump is fixing to move more military people to the border to try to slow this influx coming in. As you know, the campaign's starting to somewhat heat up with Biden. And there's one thing Biden said that I caught in a clip that I think most people find a little bit ridiculous. He said there was not even a hint of a scandal in the Obama administration. Now, folks, if anybody doubted Joe Biden's ability to lie, you shouldn't have. So that race is going to heat up. It'll be interesting Monday to see how much money Biden has been able to get from the wealthy Democratic donors, and that will tell whether he's in the race for good or not. I can tell you from the campaigns I've seen over the years, there is something missing in Joe Biden's campaign already. I don't know if it's his age. I don't know what it is. But he is not the Joe Biden I've always known. It may be that he's totally confused about his hugging people and, of course, the joke of smelling their hair or whatever. I think he's just literally uncomfortable and doesn't know what to do with himself. But he's making a very poor showing early. But let's see what the money does. And Trump is going to back off of Biden some, as I'm told, because he thinks Biden would be a plus were either one to win. I don't know about that. But I do know this. We've got during the Democratic primary, we've got now to get to work on the conservative soft base, everybody you know, and make sure they understand voting for a Democrat means socialism. I'm not going to go into all that again. We've gone through it over and over and over. But you need to know that during the campaign primary for the Democrats, socialism is going to be in the forefront. They're actually going to be saying it. So that will make it better for us to tell people and make them believe that if you vote for a Democrat, you're voting for socialism. If they stop doing that, then we're in trouble, because what will happen, you'll tell people voting for a Democrat means socialist. They're trying to turn us into a socialist nation. And people go, yeah, you know, you're exaggerating. They'll come back at us and look at us like we're crazy. So the primary for the Democrats is our time to build our force of people that are going to vote in November 2020. Now today's Friday. So if you have questions, get them in. I will tell you this. You know, I asked for help yesterday. One person sent $5, and thank you to that person very much. Today, I've got to raise it. So it would sure be helpful if in your messages that you send to Mary Ellen, I'd like to see somebody kick it off. But I have got to raise that $1,000. It's not a joke. It's not. It's real. So if somebody would kind of go on the message center and try to kick it off and stir others and trying to help, they can. I'm going to tell you something now. Before people start going off, because usually when we talk about money, people start hanging up, which is kind of normal. But it happens. The thing that's coming that you'll be hearing, I think you'll hear about it. I don't even know if they'll make it public. But there is proof now that Obama was in on and ordered in the very beginning the investigation and all of this stuff on Trump. It was indeed Obama. I knew it because Clapper and Brennan could not have entered into their investigations or their spying. They couldn't have done it without getting the signature of the president. But now I can tell you they know there is proof that Obama was very much a part of the beginning of trying to get rid of Trump. You may say, well, so okay, he did it, what's going to happen? It's being studied now. What protections does Obama have since he was president at the time? Bottom line, is asking, did he break the law? And the reason that's important, because if he ordered it, if he ordered this coup, and by the way, now today I hear President Trump actually saying what we've been saying what I started saying long ago, and nobody else on earth would even say it or believe it. And now the president himself is acknowledging that this has been a coup attempt. Yet I might differ. I'll say it's not over. But withstanding all of that, the question is, when Obama ordered the counterintelligence investigation into President Trump, at the time, candidate Trump, his staff, people around him, did he break the law since he was president? As they review the law, what's scary and what might happen is if indeed Obama ordered all of this, he's going to get somewhat of a free ride, because he's going to say that people came to him, the FBI, Comey, whoever, came to him and notified him of the problem. And based off what information he was given, he felt like he was forced to okay the investigation. He may be safe in that he was president, and that they came to him with all of this. This is what they're going to claim. Now, the truth, I don't believe this for a second, that this is what they're going to claim. They're going to claim, or he's going to claim, that they came to him and gave him all of this information, and therefore he had no choice. But then what Clapper and Brennan and Hillary and Comey and Strzok and Page and McCabe and all of them were going to claim, since they were given the go-ahead by the president at the time, that they can be prosecuted. So this is where it's going. heating up. I can tell you, as I have talked to the people involved in the investigation, they believe there is no way on earth, under our constitutional law, that any of those people have been given sanctuary or given the ability to not be prosecuted simply because the president okayed the investigation. It's against the law in America for the president, the Pope, or anybody to use our government to investigate private citizens, which President Trump was in the campaign. It's against the law. Especially when what they use, the instrument to get permission, the final permission to investigate Trump and to do all of this surveillance, were the FISA warrants, when the FISA courts were misled. It's because of these developments that I will tell you President Trump is going to do a smart thing. He is fixing to release, he's fixing to unseal the FISA court documents. He's going to unseal as many things as he can. He's going to unredact any and everything that he possibly legally can. So when that picture's out there, the American people are going to know. The American people are going to see.
How will they see, Larry, if the mainstream media won't acknowledge it?
Well, yeah, and that's a tough one. And I can put it at ease this way. Those of us that are conservatives, Christian, moral Christians, the word will get to us. Fox will put it out. Fox News Network will put it out. So will others, Rush Limbaugh, so will all of these other different platforms. I'm sure, as you were alluding to, I'm sure that the mainstream media is going to do what they've done all along, which is to hide it. But let me tell you, folks, it doesn't matter. Even if the mainstream media exposed it all, the people that hate Trump, they're not going to believe it. They're not going to believe it. So really, it doesn't matter what the mainstream does anymore. We're back to that fundamental problem. We're so polarized that the people that follow MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, and NBC, all of those people that follow those programs, they hate Trump so much that no matter what evidence or proof you bring before them, they will say or think that's rigged. You can't worry about that now. You can't worry about that. I will just tell you this. The information will be exposed for every American to see that wants to see it. And if there are people that don't want to see it, there's nothing we can do about it. But we have to endeavor to stay the course with the truth and the bottom line. And the bottom line is the election of 2020. That election is the key to the future of this nation. Have no doubt about it. And to win in November of 2020, it will require every human being that's voting age that recognizes what President Trump has done for this country, in spite of all of the negative stuff that's been out there, that recognize what it looks like to have a president that truly believes in America first. If we'll all stand up, we can save the country. And by standing up, I simply mean everybody get out and vote. No matter what. No matter what. You must vote. Any questions, Mary?
Yeah, we have some, and I'm going to start with one that I received this morning. George Bush, give me 1 sec to grab this paper here. GW, while George W. was president, the former prime minister in Haiti was removed. Aristide was removed, and the man who became prime minister in his place is now living in Florida, and he is feeling very disappointed, as many Haitians are, that Trump is not doing enough for them, and that even after meeting with Ron DeSantis, that Ron DeSantis isn't doing enough for the Haitian community, and so they don't know where to turn to try to let President Trump know that they want to support him, but they feel disenfranchised, I guess is how I would say it, maybe betrayed. There are a lot in Broward County, and so this is a huge community that could help us flip that Democratic stronghold. But they don't know what to do and how to get the support that they need.
Well, President Trump is not going to accede to all of these countries that need our help. He's just not. He believes that we've got to tend to America first. I don't know what to do about that. President Trump does not need to be making promises that he cannot keep. Our days, folks, of being there for the rescue for all of these nations has failed. Trump knows that. Just like all the money that was poured into Haiti after the tragedy they had, all that money, over and over and over again. You know what happened? The money goes to the ruling people, and it didn't go to the country. It's got to stop. The Haitian people need to think of one thing, what must be said to the Haitians in that county and in this country. You left Haiti. You came here. Stop asking what Trump can do for you and ask what you can do for Trump. Because I don't think you gain at all. President Trump goes. The kind of government, the kind of corruption the Haitians left to come here will be here. Where will they go then? Where will we go?
Well, I think that's a question, Larry, that actually a lot of us are asking. If we're going socialist, where can we flee? And
There'll be no place to go. You will not be able to pack your bag and go to any corner of this earth and get away from it. Because when America goes, it'll be a matter of time, simply a small matter of time, before it spreads throughout every single place in the world. There won't be a place to run. There'll be no place to hide. That's why I work so hard and have tried so hard to make people understand. Damn it. There's no place to go. Even if you are a coward and you're willing to just pack up and leave your country, I got news. There's no place you're going to go. Nowhere. Fix it here. For those Haitians in this country, fight to keep this country the way it was when you got here. Or what you thought it was when you came here. Fight. But to all the nations in the world that have literally bled this nation dry. Look, I'm not against helping people. America has been one of the most phenomenal nations in the history of the world at helping other countries that need help. But the time has come to look at it realistically. The help that we try to give don't get to the people we're trying to give it to. It's just a cash cow to make the kings and the prime ministers and the leaders of those countries richer while the people starve and suffer, in some cases even worse than they were before. I go back to Kennedy's statement. That's not what your country can do for you. That's what you can do for your country. It's never been more true than it is today.
Yeah.
What's next?
That's good. Is there any downside to Trump pulling out of the UN arms treaty today?
No. I don't even know the hell. No. The only downside might be he needs to pull us completely the hell out of the UN. The UN Arms Treaty is a toothless tiger. Toothless. And it's just another way that China, Russia, and all the other communist countries get to abuse America. What else?
Probably the Muslim countries as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Trump was saying, I think yesterday or today, about getting your vaccinations, and this brings up the whole fight about vaccines and whether they're safe or not. And I don't know if we even want to touch that, but
Look, I don't know all there is to know about the safety of these vaccines. But what I'm a bit irritated at is that no one's telling the truth about this outbreak of measles. No one is saying, where did it come from? Why now? Why here? The truth is, it came across our southern border. It came. It's here. We had it all but down. We had it all but stopped. And now with the mass immigration, here it comes again. Now I figure people are going to have to get vaccinated. And we're going to have an outbreak of the measles that takes us back 50, 75, 100 years ago. The measles is one of the simpler diseases being brought up by the illegals coming across the border. So that's why there is a legal process for people coming into this country so that they can be screened. You don't want people coming with communicable diseases into this nation, especially coming in unknown. Nobody knows where they are. And they run all over the country, run around people, and pass it on. So I would advise y'all, I would just say whether you want to or you like it or you don't, I would suggest, in the interest of safety, that you better look into getting the measles vaccination. But because there is a good chance it's going to get off. It's going to get off big fast.
On the other hand, Larry, I was, excuse me, reading today that only one person has died of the measles since 2012.
Yeah, I'm not here to say people have died. I'm just here to say that's a disease that I don't want my grandbabies to get.
I had it, wasn't that bad.
You know, it's a disease that you just don't need people getting. But it can be prevented, you know.
Yeah.
But let it be the bell cow. If measles are being brought into here, PB's being brought into here. I mean, now they've got those cases in California that have been pretty well put out before. Now they're back. There are going to be diseases that come that are coming. By the time we find out about them, it'll be too late.
Mm-hmm.
Now, folks, I'm telling you, please, somebody send a message in saying you're going to help with that $1,000, please. I'm not kidding. You can't hear it in my voice. I don't feel good. I just don't feel good. It's really bad.
Folks, it is really, really bad.
And I need your help. Somebody come in and try to kick it off. Got to raise $1,000 somehow, some way. Or nothing will matter much anymore. What's the next question, Ariel?
We don't have another question right now. So, folks, we've got 32 people in the chat. I don't know how many are watching that are not in the chat. But we do need somebody to state. If you don't want to say it in the chat, which goes away as soon as the program's over, then send me a text, 240-499-6729, and let me know what you can send today. Larry's PayPal is nicholslive@aol.com, or go to the website nicholslive.com, or text me 240-499-6729 if you have an alternative, need an alternative.
All right, now guys, the situation with Obama is serious. There is proof now that he was the genesis of this entire operation. He was. And the only question is going to be, how is it adjudicated? Is he going to get a safe pass because he was president? It's going to be just going to be a cluster thing. He's going to say, well, I did it because of the intelligence stuff they brought to me, which made me have to do it. And then the people in intelligence are going to say, we did the investigation because we were ordered directly by the president. That's what they're going to try to do. The work's being done right now to deal with that. Now remember also that our entire judicial system has already been taken over by communism. Socialism is totally under the control. Nothing's going to happen in court unless Trump gets elected in 2020. I don't think maybe I've done a good job explaining to you the seriousness of where we're at. But every day, in communist countries, socialist countries, dictator countries, they all claim they got basically constitutions. They all claim they got these laws. But in all those nations, if somebody that that's in the elitist group doesn't like you. If you're causing trouble to the government, what they do is what happened in the case of the Mueller report. What they'll do is they will bend the law so that you're breaking it, and then prosecute you and put you away forever.
You know, this
They're
is
gonna do that here. They're gonna do it here. They're gonna do it to any of you in this audience.
Larry, from what I have heard from a friend of mine in West Virginia, small town, some of this stuff in some of these areas, it's already happening. If the sheriff doesn't like what you say, if you say something on social media and the sheriff gets wind of it, you're going to be toast.
Happening every day. But it's not anywhere near what's coming. You know, you got all these people that are out here in social media, all these people putting out all of these programs and such. If they're not careful, well, it's going to happen. I don't know who they're going to pick out. Maybe Alex Jones is one of the samples, but they're going to pick people out, and they're going to make examples of a handful of people. And I assure you, when they do, you're going to see a bunch of these people that are out there putting out programs on the internet. They're going to shut the hell up. They're going to shut up because they want it. It's fun to talk. It's really a lot of fun to talk and be bad on that internet. Play like you're really rough and tough. But most of them, when staring down the full force and power of the federal government, I guarantee you they'll run like scared rabbits. So you're going to have that during this campaign season. They're going to personally select and pick out people. Maybe I won't. I don't care. The rate we're going taking me off would be a blessing. But they're going to bend the law to get each and every one of you if they want you. You're done. We don't win, you're done.
We have a comment here of a small rural town in southern Illinois. The Democratic governor is closing down small businesses.
What about it? And you say, well, why would a governor shut down small businesses when everything's about jobs, jobs, jobs? Well, if those small business owners or businesses pose a threat to their career, they'll shut them down. They don't care about those jobs. I told you that. All the politicians care about is their job. They'll shut plants down in a heartbeat if the owner is causing them trouble.
Well, I guess that is proof that of how close to socialism, the complete turnover to socialism we are. We already have problems in our state. So we had better make sure that Trump stays in so that he can veto what Congress does.
You better hope. There's going to be a dark cloud going over this country if Trump loses. And every day you wake up in a living nightmare. How do I know I've seen it? I've seen it in other countries. I've talked with people in those countries. I have fought with people in those countries, trying to win back some semblance of freedom. Most of the time, it's to no avail. What will you do when that happens?
Can you explain why it's to no avail?
Well, surrounded. The government had power, money. They have everything, equipment, supplies. And the people trying to win back their freedom have to just break and claw for any and everything they get. It's hard to win. It's hard to win. And in no time, in countries that have fallen, in no time, the populations just submit. Immediately almost, they just submit. Out of fear.
Well, the other thing too is that, you know, the laws, the increased taxation, the burden that they put on the people, if they're clawing and scraping just to survive, they don't have time and energy to be fighting. And the government knows that, which is why they create such.
Hell, you've got another problem, and it's a problem that was consistent back in our revolution. You know, it's hard for the man of the family in many cases to go out and try to save the country when they're sitting there with wives and children that have to have their husbands. They need the father. And
Yep.
so in most cases, they just have to give up. And just like you're saying, they've got to put shoes on the kids and feed them. They don't have any means to get out and do fighting to free their country. They don't have the means. They don't have the chance. And they know it, most of them. They try anyway. Some.
And remember what you said last week when we were talking about people who are spending money on building an ammo stash instead of, you know, money that could be well spent right now to keep you and this program, you know, that what you're doing going. You made the comment that money would be gone. That ammo would be gone in 24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, let me assure you guys, 2,000 rounds of ammunition. You'll be amazed how fast that's gone. And then, in a situation where we fall into that kind of situation, then you've got the problem where you're going to go replace it. How do you replace it? It's not a way to go. It's not a way to go. It's not a way you can go.
Okay, so we've got a follow-up comment on the businesses closing, small businesses closing. It's because the governor has signed bills increasing taxes and minimum wage and property taxes. Just run the small business owner out of work. Okay, question. If the judges consider the Constitution a living document, will the GOP treat it any differently?
The GOP that we have now, the majority of them, no. Trump will. He'll treat it differently. And I've answered this time and time again. There's nothing wrong with our form of government. It's the people in it. And in reality and truth, there's not a GOP and a DNC. They're pro-Americans and they're pro-socialists. In both parties. They care only about themselves. And they most have given up to the point that they think it's going to go down. And so in the interest of protecting themselves and their families, they just want to make sure they're in that elite status when it goes down. So they're taken care of.
Okay, what is the chance of Mueller's cabal being sued under the Federal Tort Claims Act? Since the agents operated up.
Not much. of the special counsel's law. The special counsel law protects Mueller and his staff for everything pretty much except if they lied in their application to be put on the staff. Now, I'm not saying somebody couldn't try to sue, but it won't go anywhere due to the provisions of the special counsel law. I got nobody is off the nail.
Well, we've got $255 pledged here in the chat.
Oh, thank God. Thank you. Damn, I wish you'd have said something.
Well, I just
the spirits a little.
I just did.
Folks, it's serious. I mean, yeah. I intend, if I can, to keep bringing you the stuff you need to know about what's really going on. No hype. No conspiracy crap. Just keep you informed of what truly is happening. I think you need to know. No, I know you need to know. But I don't know anybody else who's going to tell you. I don't know anybody else that can tell you.
All right, guys, we need more than 250 because we're 1/4 of the way to the 1,000 he needs.
But any questions, please. It's Friday. Get them out. I will say I don't know what Trump is doing with the military. I don't know exactly what he is planning. But there was a development in Mexico that has triggered the necessity for the troop buildup on the border. And that was when the Mexican government somehow allowed 15,000 detainees to get loose. 15,000.
What kind of detainees for that?
Well, they were people seeking asylum that Mexico had agreed to hold until their cases could be reviewed instead of them all coming here and then waiting in cells or in places for us. Mexico had agreed to hold them down there until they could be resolved. Well, they just let 15,000 go. Now, Mexican government says they broke out. Guys, I'm telling you, a couple of 3 people, they can break out of a detention center. Truly can. Maybe 50 can break out of a detention center. It would be unheard of for an organized 100 to get out. The 15,000? Huh. And what is feared is those 15,000 plus the 10 or 20,000 more that are on their way there in caravans and on trains are building up to the point where they're going to rush the border. So what President Trump is trying to do is get military forces down in anticipation of this rush. But guys, I can't tell you what's going to happen there. I can't. It can be a nightmare. A lot of people can get hurt and killed on both sides. But the original plan and come in. It looks like now that number's going to be double or even triple. They're going to get together and rush.
Wow. That's just wave after wave after wave.
Mhm.
I'm going to add here. This is a definite call to prayer, and we put the conference call line in the description underneath the video. And I don't advertise this, but I have a prayer call. We have a prayer call. Our team here that are supporters of Larry, who are on the conference call on a regular basis. We have a prayer call every morning at 10 Central at that conference call number. You are welcome to join us any day when your concern for this country is great enough that you want to pray diligently with others. Feel free to join us.
I don't want to let y'all believe that Trump is not doing anything in anticipation of this move on the border. He is. I'm not privileged to know what it is. And I am told they're putting a lot of effort into a plan. On the other front, I guess we ought to talk about before the program's over. Trump has doubled down that he's not going to let any of his people be forced through subpoenas to go before Congress, before Sadler and the crew. He's not going to do it. I'm sure most of you have seen this Democrat congressman, whoever he is, say, well, if they don't come when they're subpoenaed, they can be put in jail and fined $25,000 a day while they're in contempt of Congress. Technically, that could be true. But what Trump's got going for him is the clock. There's no way when they start issuing the subpoenas and Trump's people refuse to come in, it can take a year or two minimum before it would get to the court where the courts could demand that they go. And once again, showing the duplicity of law. If you'll remember Holder under Obama, he was in violation of a subpoena. He refused. He was held in contempt and nothing happened to him. This is a different thing. He was with the bad guys. Trump's guys are against the bad guys. But don't let that get out of hand. Don't let it scare you. Don't let it be used to sway you in any way. Simply stated, there is nothing members of the House can get through testimony in public in these hearings where they're doing nothing but trying to trap these guys into perjury. There's nothing they're going to find out. The 2 years of Mueller and his hit team would not have already found out if it was there. This is an exercise simply to destroy Trump in the campaign. They have got to keep up the image to their base. Every day during this political season for the presidency, they've got to keep in front of their base something going on, accusing President Trump of something. Every day. It'll be there. And you've already seen how we treat it. Just the implication. They will call him guilty of it.
the thing that
I say this to all of you. One started much effort, much effort is going into now in ways I never even thought could happen to get to the bottom of this coup. Who caused it? Who was behind it? When it started? We're going to know. And if Trump makes it through 2020, people are going to go to prison. People are going to go to jail. If he wins in 2020, if he doesn't, they're going to escape free. And we'll be the ones put in prisons.
what scares me most right now, Larry, is people are not seeing anything being done, and with reason. It has to be, a lot of it has to be kept secret. I understand that. But I do worry about losing base when we need all of it,
I know.
when people are so discouraged.
I know. I can't do anything about that. I can only tell you that I told you there was a coup. President now says that we told you they were going to do reparations. Now you know they're trying to get reparations. I told you they were going to do paying for college. You're doing that. I told you they were going to pay off college loans. Now they're doing that. At some point, I would hope my record would stand for something. And I'm telling you all that I'm allowed to tell. For a second, Miriam.
Yeah. Folks, I just got a check in the mail. So I need some more people to try and help match that so we can get to the $1,000 that Larry needs today. We're at 260 plus. I haven't opened the check yet, but it's an envelope from somebody who always sends something. So if you can add to it, please do. We will have a conference call tonight at 8 Central. The number's underneath the video here.
I'm back. All right, guys. I gotta go. I sure hope y'all can understand and appreciate that I need your help today, now. And to those that have committed to help, thank you. But we're still 700 away. And I've got to get it. That's the lead. Anything in closing?
No, it's his PayPal is nicholslive@aol.com. And folks, we wouldn't ask if it wasn't that serious. It is.